Hello, fans, collectors, and investors. Welcome back to Iconic Baseball. I'm Iconic Al. And as I mentioned on my last video, I'm at the midpoint of my top 100 countdown. It's been a journey. It's been about a year since I started doing these countdown videos. And I figured this would be an opportune moment to recap and go back through my number 100 through number 51 players and update you guys on any pickups that I've made. There's been some grading that I've had done. And also, has there been movement on my rankings? Spoiler alert, yes there has. So stay tuned and we'll go through it.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All right, I'm going to try to do a quick recap here of my first 50 videos on the countdown, players number 100 through 51. These are the greatest and most iconic ball players in baseball history, in my opinion. And it's been a year since I started this process, and there's been pickups that have been made since I've made some of these videos. So if they weren't shown on that countdown video, I'll show them here. And there's been one amendment I've made to my rankings, so I'll get into that very soon. And some cards I've had graded and slabbed since my initial videos on those players, so I'll show those on this video as well. A lot of these cards I have shared on Instagram in real time as I've picked them up, so if you aren't following me on Instagram, I highly recommend checking out Iconic Baseball on Instagram, and you'll see my posts in real time if you follow me on Instagram. So without any further ado, number 100 was Michael Jordan, sort of an unconventional pick, and I showed, I believe, 3 Michael Jordan cards on my initial Michael Jordan video, all having to do with baseball. And in a more recent PSA submission, I got another Michael Jordan card back, and this is actually a golf card of Michael Jordan. It's a silver signature from 1994 Collector's Choice, and it's a really beautiful card. I love it. It's Michael Jordan in this pretty cool looking outfit with a golf club, and it's a silver signature parallel, and it got a 10, so that's very lucky. And it's a very low population card. I believe there are 48 on the pop report for that card, which is a very low pop Jordan card, and one that I plan on keeping because it's my only golf card. And it sort of ties in with my iconic countdown because it is Michael Jordan, my number 100 player. Okay. Number 99 was Bo Jackson. And Bo Jackson, I just showed the 86 Donruss the Rookies. That was the only Bo Jackson card I had for my video. And I've since added this card, 86 Topps Traded, with a beautiful autograph on it. And I have shown this on other videos since my Bo Jackson video. So many of you have probably already seen this, but I love it. I was looking to add a Bo Jackson autograph, and I did. It's not graded, but it is slabbed and authenticated. Just a beautiful first year, true Bo Jackson rookie card with a nice, clean auto on it. So that's number 99, Bo Jackson. Now, here's where we have some movement. I had Shohei Ohtani ranked number 98, but since then, he put together his second phenomenal season of being a two-way player, and in my mind, that bumps him up. So now he's going to go above McGwire and Sosa, and he's going to be at number 97, bumping McGwire and Sosa down to 98. So let's look at McGwire and Sosa. I picked up a beautiful autographed McGwire rookie and a beautiful autographed Sosa rookie in the past few months. I guess probably 6 or 8 months ago by now. But cards that I've been looking to add, a nice signed copy of those, because I kind of have nostalgia around those from my childhood, watching the McGwire and Sosa home run chase. And obviously, they've been tainted since then. And one reason that I think what Shohei Ohtani is doing right now supersedes what McGwire and Sosa did. As iconic as that was, the home run chase, I think what we're seeing with Ohtani is quite a bit more impressive, especially since he's doing it clean. So just cool slabbed, autographed examples of the primary Sosa and the primary McGwire rookie cards. Again, not graded, but just slabbed and authenticated. Just cards I remember fondly from my childhood. And as I mentioned, number 97 is going to be Shohei Ohtani. And I showed two cards. It was a 2018 Topps Archives Ohtani rookie card and a 2018 Topps Heritage Decal Edge. And I had mentioned on my Ohtani video that I thought my Decal Edge had PSA 10 potential. And I went ahead and had it graded by PSA, and sure enough, I got the 10. So I have that Decal Edge Ohtani slabbed up now in a beautiful looking PSA 10. Looked flawless to me, and now I'm very happy to have it graded a 10. And then I worked a cash trade deal at my local card shop, the Hobby Source, and this is a big shout out to Steve at the Hobby Source. I had a bunch of cards that I was looking to trade, move. They were just extras for me. They didn't really fit into my collection. And I had some cash on hand as well. And he had this beautiful Ohtani 2020 Topps Clearly Authentic autograph in the 51 Topps Redback design. It's kind of a clear, transparent card, but it's slabbed by Beckett in a 9.5 with a 10 auto. Just an epic card, and I had been looking for an Ohtani autograph, one that I liked, and this really fit the bill for me. So I worked a cash trade deal with Steve at Hobby Source. Shout out. If you're ever in Denver and you want to go to a sweet card shop, check out the Hobby Source. I'm very thankful to Steve. This is numbered out of 30. A very tough card, and one that I'm very thrilled to have in my collection. Ohtani autographs are not cheap. So I was very happy that he was able to work a creative cash trade deal with me, because there's no way I would have been able to afford that card straight cash. So Ohtani's number 97. Moving along, 96 was Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz. Now, I told a story about how I had this 95 Bowman's Best Manny Ramirez that I had signed in person, and it failed authentication at Beckett. And so I said, oh, this is ridiculous. I got to sign myself outside of a Pirates-Indians game back when I was younger. And so I sent it to PSA for their opinion, and thankfully, PSA slabbed it and gave the autograph a Gem Mint 10. So that was very gratifying to me that, this beautiful autograph I got in person from Manny Ramirez did pass authentication. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. An autograph that I actually got in person didn't pass third-party authentication, but just very happy about that for posterity and protection. I now have that card slabbed. Now moving on, 95, Nolan Arenado. I did add a nice parallel. This is a purple refractor of Arenado's 2010 Bowman Chrome Prospects. And I've been looking at parallels lately because the pops on the base cards, the modern base cards, are so high. And so this one's numbered out of $9.99 and offered a very attractive value to me. I think I paid $125 for a PSA 9 of this card. The population is 48 with 10 higher. So it's a very low population parallel of Arenado's first Bowman card, first Bowman Chrome card. It's a beautiful card. I love the color match. A purple refractor. It kind of matches with his Rockies purple. So aesthetically, I think it's a beautiful card. And it was a great value. And quietly, this guy is on track for an upper tier Hall of Fame career. He had another gigantic season in 2022 and now is at 52.2 WAR at age 31 with 10 Gold Glove awards. So we're talking, he's on track for Eddie Matthews, George Brett, Mike Schmidt territory. So I wanted to get on this and get a nice parallel now. All right, so that's Arenado. Then we have Willie Stargell at 94. And then we have Tom Glavine at 93. Nothing new there. which brings us to 92, which is Mookie Betts. And I previously, on my video for Mookie Betts, displayed a base 2014 Bowman Prospects first Bowman card. And I have since moved that card and upgraded it to a parallel version of the same card. So instead of the base card, which 3,400 had been graded, 1,500 at 10, this card, much lower population, not a ton more expensive, but a beautiful blue parallel of Mookie's first Bowman card, numbered to 500, 348 out of 500. The population on this card is 21, with 10 higher. So that's, to me, it's probably gonna be a more important card going forward. It'll probably appreciate much better than his base first Bowman card, and so that's why I took the opportunity to upgrade this card from the base to a much more limited parallel. Also, I love the blue color match since he is now a Dodger. Also, Mookie Betts is currently at 56.4 WAR at age 30, so he is firmly on track again to be an upper tier guy. Will continue to move up the list likely in future years, but for now he's at 92. All right, 91, Brooks Robinson. Number 90, we have Whitey Ford. Number 89, Vlad Guerrero Sr. That brings us to number 88, Kirby Puckett. Now, Kirby Puckett, I have a couple additions here. I was able to buy a collection that contained a beautiful example of the 1984 Fleer Update Kirby Puckett rookie card. This is the most expensive and his true rookie card, since it's his only 1984 card. And ended up getting it graded. It got an 8, which, the centering could be better, but it's kind of an expensive card. Low population by 1984 standards. So I was very happy to pick this up. And basically, by selling off some of the other cards in the collection that I picked up, it basically was no cost to me. So a no-brainer card that I was very happy to add to my collection for Puckett. And a card that I had displayed in my Puckett video, a signed 90 score. I recently had slabbed and authenticated by PSA. Before, this was just kind of unslabbed, and I just wanted the peace of mind to know that it was truly authentic. I knew it was, but just to kind of lock in some long-term value and to protect the card. Just nice to have it slabbed as authentic. Kirby Puckett autographs are kind of scarce, and they're pricey. So very nice to get that encapsulated. So that's the new stuff for Puckett. Then we have 87, Willie McCovey. Nothing new there. 86, Duke Snider. Now, for my Duke Snider video, I'd always had the 50 Bowman Duke Snider, and I had submitted it for grading last year, maybe even a year and a half ago, and I was hoping to get at least a 3 on it. I thought it deserved a 3. It comes back a 2 MK, which it didn't excite me, and I wasn't really thrilled with that grade. So I did a little shopping, and I was able to find a beautiful example of the same card that looked even better. An SGC4 with the old SGC label, which I prefer, and it was dirt cheap. So I was able to work a great deal. So I ended up selling my 2 MK, recouped some money there, and put that toward this beautiful 1950 Bowman Duke Snider graded SGC4, and it's just a stunner. Great centering, really no condition issues. It kind of just looks the way it should for a 1950 Bowman. Second year Duke Snider. Just a classic card. I think it's my favorite Duke Snider card. Very happy for that upgrade. All right. Next, we have 85, Adrián Beltré. Again, I upgraded. I had a 98 Donruss signature, which I still have, and a signed baseball, which I got in person back in 98. And I had been looking for a 97 Bowman Chrome Beltré, and I was able to jump on a great deal on this one. It's a PSA 9 of Beltré's first Bowman card that is actually mislabeled on the PSA slab. and it's actually the international parallel, but it's not labeled as such. It's just labeled as a straight 97 Bowman Chrome. I was able to get it for a price comparable to just the base, but the international is quite a bit rarer. So I was able to basically get it for the price of the base, even though this is way rarer than the base. So I had to jump on that. And Adrián Beltré is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer here in the next couple of years. And so I really wanted a true rookie card of Beltré before all that happens, before he walks into the Hall of Fame on his first ballot. So very happy to add that to my Beltré collection. And he is still at number 85. All right, 84, we had Max Scherzer. 83, Al Simmons. 82, Justin Verlander. 81, Johnny Mize. 80, Ozzie Smith. And I was able to pick up, this is one that I'm pretty excited about, I was able to get a beautiful example of an Ozzie Smith rookie card that is just dead centered. I mean, these 79 Topps cards are very, very difficult to find centered. And I was able to just find a stunner. It's graded as 7, a near mint 7, but I mean, to my eye, that's a gem. That's a beautiful card. Just a perfect example. And PSA is grading pretty harsh right now, because that is just a stunner for a 7. I mean, dead centered, 50-50, 50-50. I mean, I love that. And it was pretty cheap. I mean, I forget exactly what I paid for it, but I think it was under $100. I mean, which really shouldn't be able to buy a card that old, that's that nice, of a player that's that important and that iconic for that price. But, so I jumped on that. Added that to my Ozzie Smith collection. All right, that's number 80. Number 79, and this is probably one of the nicest pickups I've had in the last year, Hank Greenberg. And this means a lot to me to have a Hank Greenberg Playing Days card now. I had previously displayed my 1941 Play Ball reprint with an authentic signature on it. And this is a beautiful thing to add to my collection. A 36 Gaudy Hank Greenberg from his prime Playing Days. Just a beautiful card. Look at that portrait. This is my favorite Hank Greenberg card. It's kind of early in his career. On a PSA 2. Dead centered. There's a bunch of different backs on these. Didn't really matter to me which back it was. I just wanted a nice example of this card, and I found it. These are rare. These are not easy cards to find. Low populations, and they command pretty good prices at any grade. That's one of my favorite pre-war pickups of the last 6 months. All right, that's my Hank Greenberg Playing Days card. Now, 78, we had Roy Campanella. 77, Charley Gehringer. 76, Carl Hubbell. 75, Steady Eddie Murray. 74, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. 73, Frank Thomas. 72, Jim Palmer. 71, Miguel Cabrera. 70, Mike Piazza. 69, Rod Carew. 68, Mickey Cochrane. 67, Paul Waner. 66, Bob Feller. 65, Wade Boggs. 64, Clayton Kershaw. 63, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. 62, Ernie Banks. 61, Chipper Jones. 60, Al Kaline. 59, Yogi Berra. And that brings us to number 58, Mike Trout. Now, this is a video I haven't, it's just been pretty recently. I've done this video just a few weeks ago. But I had a Mike Trout pickup at this last weekend's card show here in Denver. Again, I was walking around with a couple extra cards to trade, and I came to a dealer that had a very special Mike Trout parallel. and I had to inquire about it. What's his best price? And then we talked a little bit. I asked him if he would be interested in working a cash trade deal because I didn't have that kind of cash. And he said potentially. And so we talked prices. And then I walked around a little bit, thought about it, checked some comparable prices on eBay and what that card goes for. And we ended up working out a deal. And I am very excited about this. I ended up landing a 2011 Finest X-Fractor of Mike Trout's rookie card. I mean, that thing is glorious. A very low numbered parallel of a true Mike Trout rookie card in a BGS 9. These are just gorgeous. This is numbered to 299 examples, of which this is number 165 of 299. I am over the moon to have this card. I already had the base right here, and so I'm going to hold on to both. I think they're both undervalued. I kind of mentioned on my video that how undervalued I believe this base 2011 Finest Mike Trout is. So I have really no plans of moving that or trading that, but I guess it would technically be expendable if I could find the right situation. But I have really no plans of selling or trading that base one. I love the design of this card. I love this X-Fractor even more. So I just think I'll hold on to both because I think in the next few years, Mike Trout is going to be knocking off some major milestones. We're going to hear about, he's at 350 career home runs. So if this is the year that he ends up hitting 50, that puts him at 400. So it's not going to be too long before we're talking about Mike Trout hitting his 500th home run. And if you want to just hear some crazy stats, watch my Mike Trout video. But just really excited to add this to my collection. One of the biggest pickups of the year for me so far. So between that Greenberg, that Shohei autograph, and this Mike Trout, those are my three huge pickups here in the last 6 months. So very, very proud on those. And then if we finish out the top these videos that we're reviewing, 57 is Tony Gwynn. Clear these off. 56, 80 Matthews. 55, Carl Yastrzemski. 54, Steve Carlton. 53, George Brett. 52, Mariano Rivera. And finally, 51, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. So that is videos 100 through 51. I'm very excited to get into the real upper tier guys in the next probably 6 months here. I'm hoping to kind of wrap this countdown up in the next 6 months, and it's getting more and more fun as I go. And I just can't wait to continue with these videos and continue to share my collection and to interact with you, the YouTube viewer, the collecting community, the world of baseball dorks out there that get as excited about this stuff as I do. So until next time, everyone, keep collecting and stay iconic.